On to game 2, on to round 2 we go. Let's say this is going to be SATA versus HY. We'll be having a Sleeping Town alongside with a Priestess first ban for Chinatown. Sorry, it's actually Chinatown, not Ever Sleeping Town. Priestess first ban. We're going to be waiting for our first 2 survivors to come out right here. After all, when you ban Priestess, it simply just means the CEO or the Merc will be coming in first. CEO, Merc, and Query, you 3 choices here for SATA right now, but it seems like they opt out for the Prospector and Entomologist already. Prospector and Entomologist first 2 picks prioritized over the meta right now. It seems like SATA wants to aim for a lot of team fight potential right here for them to get more than a tie or even a win potentially. But the problem with this type of team comp is the more you fight, the more presence you gain, the more chances that you make mistakes for the hunter to capitalize. And then for the next 2 survivor bans, it seems like it's going to be the Seer and the Antiquarian. It seems like Musk is able to catch a breath right here, right after banning the other 2. Because I assume he probably thought that those 2 were going to come out first, or even maybe the Mercy. But from SATA right here, wish a Acrobat ban. No, with an Acrobat pick. Everyone here is a great container. Everyone here is a great container overall, and of course alongside with their mini assists from time to time. We can also see that Musk decided to ban a forward right here, which allowed the mercenary to come in. Seems like the forward ban is just to disable the team fight potential that this team comp is gonna give, because this team comp has a high kiting potential. They also, like a lot of them, well I mean 3 of them can basically give mini supports or hardcore supports. So banning forward right there, it just disables the fact that, okay, if one can't harass, at least if I get 1 at half health, they can't harass anymore. Because the Entomologist can be there only for a mini CC when it comes to slowdown and blocking hunters away. But forward is still quite annoying this map as well when it comes to supporting. He's able to stay in middle near World Tree, near the Red Tree, near the Sakura Tree, whatever you want to call it. So if Survivor just rotates towards that direction, forward can come in with a half a ball stun or even a third of a ball stun, which will allow his own survivors to rotate towards, a better kiting area, a better vicinity to contain the longer for an even longer time. With this type of team comp though, survivors are currently waiting to be locked in for the persona. We can also see Entomologist animation is pretty darn nice. But moving on, the camera will be rolled towards the hunter right now. For this one, Chinatown, probably Waxard is not a bad plan, but going out with a Polun? Wow, it's been such a long time since I've seen Polun. It's been such a long time since I've seen Polun for game 1. No, coming from Polun right there. I'm coming out for this one. I'm going to dominate this game. Polun coming out for game 1. Let's just see if SATA decided to bring Flywheel or Breaking Windows for this one. A lot of the survivors here will bring Flywheel, the likes of Prospector and of course the likes of Entomologist. Those two are one of the few survivors that bring it the most, right? So we honestly have to see how it goes here. Now then, onto the area selection mode we go. Let's see, Prospector in hotel, Entomologist near the other side, near the other corner, Acrobat in restaurants, and we can also see that the mercenary is in middle right now near the World Tree. It's probably best right here for Polun to spawn in between Prospector and Entomologist right there, considering the fact that, like, even if Prospector spawns upstairs, there's no guarantee that Polun actually wants to go after the Prospector, and it's probably better to go after the Entomologist anyways, even though that Entomologist really does counter the Polun quite a bit, but it's still okay. It's still okay. This is a high tier Polun right now against high tier survivors. You never know. You never know what the outcome really would be, but Entomologist definitely has a little bit more of an advantage here when it comes to sidestepping and movements in general. Seems like they've already currently locked onto their spawn points right now. Acrobat being a restaurant simply just, Acrobat restaurant is kind of like his home. Because the double windows and the pallets which can be utilized right there, and of course running straight towards laundry as well to utilize that staircase. So yeah, you might as well by this point. It seems like Mercy is going to be in for this one. This is SATA versus HY. Let's get into the game then, shall we now? Okay, onto the game we go. Musk coming in for our first half hunter. Now then, entomologist spawning at the middle right there will be forced to go towards that corner. This corner is kind of a bit of an awkward corner right here, but it seems like Musk wants to change immediately, surprisingly. To be fair though, I feel like you can just stay at wheel form in that location anyways, regardless of what happens, but it seems like Musk wants the entomologist to rotate out a little bit. But you see, like that window is not infinite, which is the problem. That window's not infinite, which is the problem. If entomologist vaults it like 2 to 3 more times, that window is going to be gone. So it's going to be really hard for entomologist to sidestep here. But as we can see near the double pallets here immediately, nearly got the second spike right here. It seems like Musk wants to land 2 spikes in order to get the entomologist down ASAP. Now then, if this lands, it probably would be better. But in this location right now, steps onto the trap right there. We'll be getting hit here immediately. Phase 1 Polun has been opened. Blink is just about ready to come up right now. This will be a little bit harder. That's a very nice spike right there. This extended spice has not been used as well. And then coming out right here, we do know the entomologist has flywheel. Flywheel a little bit too early right there. Panicked a little bit right there with a flywheel, sadly. Now then, going down there immediately, it seems like it's about 2.5 ciphers done by this point. Full elimination is currently at 25%, alongside with a tie at 26.5%. It's a bit unlucky for entomologist. Entomologist was looking back right there, waiting for the snap animation, but there was no Polun emote used, so I guess he just panicked overall. Now then, we can see Watson coming in as well, landing 1 spike right there and immediately speed boosting all the way in. We'll be throwing that. No, we'll not be throwing a spike down. I guess there's no need. Usually if you want to throw a spike down, then that simply just means, you know, just to play it safe in case you hit the chair, is what I would say. Now then, barely didn't land that one, sadly. Extended spice would be used right now. Entomologist doesn't have bees anymore, but entomologist decided to get off bees right here. Now then, she has a lot of potential here to continue for a long time. We can also see that the prospector is nearby, just so the moment that Polun comes off. Is there prospector, stun, very nicely done. Where's our second stun? Oh, that pallet stun is very nicely done by the prosy. Very nicely done by the prosy. It seems like the snap has also been cancelled. The snap has also been cancelled because of the pallet stun right there. That's very nicely done by prospector. But a third spike landing on the ento right there gets stuck upstairs a little bit near the staircase right there. Entomologist should be able to rotate towards the stairs right there. Probably not changing just yet. Wanting to change right here. Maybe get stuck there a little bit right now. Ento wanting to use the staircase as her own advantage here, just so Polun can't snap anymore. That's one hit on the bees, and that's most likely a snap down for Ento since flywheel has not been ready just yet. We can see that they're still missing 1 full cipher, but that's okay. We see that prospector coming in, puts it down, but just on time as well to cancel the magnet right there. Very nicely done. Another put down, very nicely done. Prospector has 1 magnet almost up, but it should be enough time for Musk to chair the survivor right now. This isn't too bad, but prospector already has 1 spike. It's a phase 2 Polun right now. Okay, that's 1 spike landed on another spike landed on Prosy. Knowing that the mercenary is behind as well. Lands that on Mercy. Where's the elbow pad? Mercy, elbow pad. No elbow pad coming from Mercy. This could potentially be a 3-man elimination right here, considering the fact that Prosy also can't come into rescue since Prosy doesn't have flywheel to flywheel that trap anymore. And then Prospector knows that there's someone currently on the ground. Prospector has to dodge his type of. The blink will be coming out. Immediately blink down right there. Very nicely done by Musk. Now the mercenary can be slugged. You see, the Mercy can be slugged right now. The Mercy can definitely be slugged right now. Or even Musk just goes out towards Acrobat and then see what happens there, since they're still missing 1, 40% of the cipher. But it seems like Musk decides to stay near the mercenary right now. But Mercy heals pretty darn slow anyways. So I guess this is just not allowing Mercy to heal up on time and then go towards the chair. But the other problem with this is Acrobat's already on his way. Now the extended spikes used just for the Mercy, but Prospector has been rescued right here, so this isn't as good. We landing a spike right there. That's very nicely done. Mercy has also gotten up. He wants to aim for a little bit more right here, but sees where the Mercy is. Can this land on Mercy? That barely landed. That barely touched him. That's 1. That's 2. Mercenary with the elbow. The elbow cut got cancelled and immediately spiked down right there. Seems like there are peepers right here, and Mercenary can be slugged as well. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad, 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 bad. Now then, deciding not to chair the mercenary, of course, that is what he should be doing right now. He needs to go out to look for the prospector, and the moment that prospector is chaired once again, it is going to be GG well played for SATA currently. Now then, 7 seconds left until ridicule is currently up. We're waiting, we're waiting. That did roll over to the prospector. Prozzy, okay, there's that, waiting for the Polun, and immediate pallet down right there, Sally, but is able to take the speed boost, snaps down immediately, knows where the acrobat is, and since acrobat does have did give tinnitus right there, but it's really now how do we play this? The way we play this is acrobat coming to rescue immediately, but mercenary is only at 56% right now. 60% self heal is a max cap here currently for the mercenary, considering the fact that Polun also does have flywheel. That's one. Okay, that's one. It seems like we're gonna go back towards the acrobat instead, wanting to aim for more right here. That's two. Do we have to? Wait, he stepped on it. That's a little bit unlucky right there, but it's probably better for you to, it's probably better for you to change right here and go straight towards the prospector. You haven't used your snap just yet. Sees where the prospector is right now. Lands! No, that didn't land. That barely landed, but it landed with the extent spikes right now. Now then, changing into human form immediately. That did not cancel the snap, sadly, and this will be a 4-man elimination for Musk right here. Very nicely done. It's been such a while since we've seen this type of Polun, and this Polun did not, he actually did not bring detention. I would bring detention just to play more safe, but having the peepers right there really to help out. Now then, moving on towards second half. Okay, on towards second half we go. We will be having SATA's Hunter coming out against HY Survivor for second half of Chinatown. Yes, of Chinatown. And then first ban seems like it'll be Priestess, which means Seer is going to be able to come out right now. But if they're allowing a Seer to come out, then does that mean it's going to be a Bonbon? Most likely not, because Priestess on this map is still very, very, very annoying to deal with. So all in all, you can never be so sure of what's going to happen, but it seems like we're going to come out with an Antiquarian first. Oh, Antiquarian first isn't too bad, considering like she can rotate from one area to another pretty darn fast with her swing. So it really will depend. It really will depend now for the second pick. Maybe we can go for a mercenary who can guarantee the rescue right here. But if they want, they can definitely come out with a Seer. But the problem with Seer is, what if it's a Bonbon? Or what if it's a Walkstar that teleports straight towards the Seer? Which is the biggest problem right here for HY as well. But at the end of the day, they only need to aim for a 1-man elimination. But I guess the more points you earn, the better. You might as well keep the advantage open when you have the advantage. Now then, let's see. Second choice would be Seer coming out right here. Oh, no, not Seer. Sorry, Patient coming out right here, fixing the lights for us. The lighting definitely needs to be... We're doing a good job on the lighting, lads. Patient coming out. It seems like the first two survivor picks are high containable survivors, meaning that they can contain the hunter for pretty much a decent long time. It seems like the HY survivors are currently opting out for no support and solo kiting only. If they're really deciding to do that right now, then a mercenary definitely is needed with this type of team comp, since you definitely want to guarantee the rescue, right? And then from SATA Xiaoyu's side, it seems like we'll be seeing a prospector ban along with an entomologist ban. It's not surprising, I guess, but when you ban an ento, then it simply just means there's no Bonbon for sure. When you ban Ento, then it simply just means that you know that they're not going to play Bonbon anymore. Now then, from HY's, you might as well get a mercenary out before he is... we're going to get a acrobat out. A mercenary probably still would be better. Unless they want to start selling if anyone fails early kite. I guess that would potentially work as well, since this team comp doesn't have any debuffs at all when it comes to decoding. Then with the Hunter's last ban right here. Every survivor here is strong with their own solo containment. My lord. And the Seer last ban. It's really rare to see Seer being last banned, I won't lie. Seer last ban right here. If Seer's actually on this team, then it'll be godsend. It'll actually be godsend. But once again, as I've been talking about all over the time, mercenary definitely has to come out for this one for the guaranteed rescue at least. Then with the 4 survivors, we will be having a guarantee rescue and a triple very strong solo independent containers. For our Hunter side right now, camera panning on towards Hunter, who will be the Hunter for this game. These two are, well, they're not new teams, but everyone here is relatively new, let's say. Well, they all changed their names. They all changed their names. Listen, I don't know who is who. I would definitely have research, but like they changed their names. So it is what it is. Then it seems like the Naiad will be coming out for this team. This team for Naiad. It could be a good idea. It could be a good idea if you want to run Naiad for this team. But also the problem with running Naiad for this team is everyone can just hold onto their items. The moment that you retrieve your harpoon is the moment that they pull away. That's the biggest problem here for Naiad right now, unless she made an abyss big enough so that the survivors can only pull back towards the abyss so that they can start gaining moisture levels slowly but surely. But I mean, as the saying goes, you only live once. I assume that Xiaoyu probably mains Naiad for this one, so having Naiad coming out banning the Ento definitely makes more sense. Because Ento mod just counters Naiad so much. It really hurts a lot for an Ento to come out with a Naiad. It really does. Now then, onto area spawn selection we go. Area spawn selection, let's see. Where are we gonna come out for the survivors? Probably Acrobat being in restaurant again is not such a bad choice, honestly. But it seems like Acrobat is gonna be in between hotel. Acrobat's gonna be in between hotel and the corner. Meanwhile, patient is gonna be near the backage, mercenary in world 3, and psychologist at umbrella. The problem with, I think the most non-beneficial for this is Naiad actually spawns upstairs, but she might as well spawn upstairs and see where she throws the harpoon and try to make as much of a puddle as she can for this one if she really do decide to chase after the Acrobat. But also problem with chasing after Acrobat is red ball. The moment he red balls on you when you have harpoon activated, you can't retrieve it for the next 8 seconds. So that's going to be a problem there for the Naiad if Naiad really chases after the Acrobat. Acrobat solo containment is definitely not weak against the Naiad. Not at all, not at all. But also if you do decide to want to go after the Antique, no one here is good for Naiad to chase. No one here really is good for Naiad to chase. You have an Acrobat who can jump balls, you got a patient who can hook away, and you also have an Antiquarian who can just swing, go away from the moisture, from the abyss, and then disarm the hunter. So this is going to hurt a lot for Naiad. Let's hope the best for this one now for survivors. Okay, onto the game we go. Xiaoyu spawning upstairs right now, decides not to throw the harpoon at it immediately, but it seems like the harpoon will be coming out towards middle right now, in which Acrobat is trying to rotate as far away as possible. Let's see, survivor persona, we have double flywheel and one window speed boost, one knee jerk reflex there for the Acrobat. Alongside, it seems like RC and Naiads doesn't like to bring incidents at all since they're very confident with their chase. And the Acrobat coming out here didn't get the hit right there, sadly, and of course stepping on the snowball right there just means that vaulting over animations in general will be slowed down for this Naiad right now, but it doesn't seem like there's any moisture upstairs right now for the Acrobat as well. So it seems like Acro will be able to use his second ball. Naiad did manage to step on that one, sadly, and Acro is waiting for blink. No, Naiad wants to bait out blink, but it seems like the survivors know when blink time is up due to the fact that surrender time is a thing as well. And then throwing this one out right here immediately. Acrobat is already doing a really good job with the containment. It's already 60 seconds into the game, vaulting over that pallet right there, wanting to gain a speed boost, holding onto the ball again. That is a red ball currently. 3 balls has already been expended like 70 seconds into the game, but because 3 balls has been used without care, you can see like Acrobat's 60-second containment is definitely no problem against single hit hunters like this. Then the Acrobat, once again, red ball definitely should be ready and up very soon. Gets the hit right there over the pallet. Most likely will not be dropping the pallet down right there. A little bit unfortunate that Windows speed boost isn't back until 8 more seconds, but we can see at least the 3 ciphers as a guaranteed drop down right now for a HY. Then sees where the red ball is. You might as well save the red ball by this point then, because there's no point in using the red ball when the blink is already out. Maybe if you red balled immediately when you heard the blink, maybe that would have been better. But for that in general, it's okay to save the red ball right there. Now then, it seems like our Naiad wants to chair the Acrobat near the 2 ciphers here at Hotel, but there's an extra cipher near the 2 corners, top right and top left right now. So it's going to be a little bit more unfortunate for Naiad. And of course, that harpoon didn't really go through that area, landing on 36% moisture right there on the Acrobat and another one at 66%. It seems like Acro would be going down here, but does that matter at the end of the day? No, it doesn't. That really wouldn't matter at the end of the day. Now what Acro has to do is go towards the corner and not allow Naiad to hit him anymore. Because if Acrobat allows Naiad to hit, if Acrobat allows the Naiad to hit himself 2 more times, then it's going to be a phase 2 Naiad. You don't want to phase 2 Naiad for endgame, you want to aim for a 4-man escape right here for HY to gain a huge lead. But it does seem like Xiaoyu wants to chair near Arvin's prime cipher right now. I think it's a little bit far away. But he seems like she did manage to do it. Is this a giant claw Naiad? Question mark? I'm not sure. It could be a giant claw Naiad, but if it was a giant claw Naiad, then there was no point in that Naiad chairing the Acrobat near that cipher, if that is the case. Right now, as we can see right here, making a 51% moisture level right there, trying to stall as much chair time as possible with the Mercenary. But the problem with this is I don't think Mercy should. Okay, gets the hit on the Acrobat right now. We're missing cipher. Hey, we're missing ciphers. Let's force heal. We're missing ciphers, but let's force heal. But we got a hit on a patient. Nani? Okay. No one's near exit gate right now, but at least we still have a Mercenary with an elbow pad, but he's not at max health here, sadly. So I think that's not well done there. That's really not well done there by HY right there. This could potentially throw their win and make it into a tying set. We can also see that the Acrobat is currently nearby in Hotel. Acrobat has to rotate away here, sadly. It seems like Naiad did manage to land a 50%, 67% moisture there on the Acrobat. Doesn't have blink anymore because it's changed to teleport. Acrobat can definitely loop around here for a little while. We can also see that anti-current cipher is currently at 73%. Using the ball right there, wanting to lure the Naiad towards the corner right here, just so his own teammates can get out, is not a bad choice. We can also see that the exit gate is currently at 50% on the other side of the gate, but it is a little bit close to the chair right now, so there is a chance for the Naiad to hit the Merc. It's 80% right now. 80%, 90%. Teleport. It's 99. It's open. Flywheel. We don't. It's a tie. It's a tie. Aha, it's a tie. Now then, we'll see you on game 2.